Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Apex Investor, the channel where we look at investment opportunities in the stock market specifically. Uh, so I haven't looked at the stock market all day, so the market is now closed. We're going to start off with Metamaterials. That is our number one stock. We look at other stocks too, but I tend to look at the ones that tend to be buying opportunities. That meaning they aren't, at their all-time high. There's no point in chasing a stock. So this metamaterials was the volume was above the average, just a little bit, and the range was $3.73 to 4.44. So actually, it did peak towards the start of the trading session, right at the first hour. It was above $4, and then was driven down probably by the short sellers. You can see now the market cap is listed as 108. So that's good. It's now been updated. And they did present today. They presented today. That was today, the 15th. So let's see if there's any updates on that in the metamaterials subreddit. We'll look at that soon. Hopefully, there is something posted. Next up, we have a Wall Street Bets recommended stock, Sava, also known as Cassava Sciences. This one is down 15% today, $15. So I was talking about this one yesterday, saying how the entry point, if you want to buy into the stock, again, you're going to have to wait because it is much too high in the present time. I want to pause the video, the recording, just to let the graph load. So I might do that. I don't want to waste your time. Okay, well, it loaded. uh, so support for this is looking like somewhere between $7 to 30, 33, 34. So you might be safe between 7 to 20. I would probably go to 20. I wouldn't be so desperate to jump on this at 33. Yeah, I would wait for 20. So between $7 to 20, maybe even $23. 7 to 23 is your entry point. Am I proving this as a Apex investor proof trade? No. I'm still speculative. I'm suspicious of this company. I don't know what their prospects are, but if you are itching to buy into this stock, Sava, then that's your entry point, and you could probably sell that between around $88 plus, because it did hit that point two times in the last 6 months, 6-7 months now. Closing that, looking at Newegg, that also fell significantly today, over double digits. That's at not 10%. So it's down 271. Um, waiting for the chart to load. Let me pause once more. All right. So Newegg, you can look at their support levels here. We're looking at true support, and it's looking like you want to enter in here between $10 to the volume's really here. Look at that spike of volume, 27. Oh, it's under 27. Okay, you know what? This might be an entry point. But it did break support. It broke 27 today, meaning it's probably closer to 20. It's probably $20. 10 to 20 is a good entry point. Let's look at the last 5 days to see. Yeah, it is definitely 10 to 20 might be your entry point. And if we look at the last 5 years, it has seen spikes up to $23 and then more recently 46. So if we buy this at 10, 20, you can sell this at I don't know if it's going to go back up to that level again, 46. It's a risky play. I would wait for it to go at 10, even below that. It was at $3 over here not too long ago. So just to be safe, you know what? $3 to $10 is your entry point. Yeah, 3 to 10. Okay. And you could sell that at double once it hits 20 again, or perhaps even more, like 46 again. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but that's all with Newegg, and the volume was just above average, slightly above. Looking next at CCIV, aka Lucid Motors. Okay, so Lucid Motors, it's been up and down. Uh, support is looking like $10 to as low as 17. So 10 to 17 is your range, your entry point, and it went up to 60. So I can see this definitely going up to 60 again, and possibly even triple digits. This is the next Tesla, like literally is the next. It's going to be the competitor to Tesla, the biggest competitor in that EV sector, and volume was just around average. Um, so you're looking again at $10 to 17 as your entry point for CCIV, aka Lucid Motors. Next up is B Square. Again, this channel isn't only about metamaterials, but these are really good stocks that are promoted on Wall Street Bets, but we're looking at the proper entry price, entry points. So B Square is down 11% today, and I'll wait for that chart to load up, and I won't let you wait for it. So I typically I do a live stream, but it's give and take. Like I appreciate all the comments and things like that where I can respond in real time. However, it's a disadvantage for me and the viewer, actually mostly the viewer, because they can't see what I'm looking at. So I'm doing this more for the viewer, uh, this pre-recorded type of format. So we can see B Square's support is clearly at going to say $1, 150. 150 looks pretty solid, even $1. So you're looking at $1 as your support base, and at the highest, two something. I'm not sure what number this is, but what's the lowest? 230, 210. I see 210. I feel like an auctioneer. 220 maybe. So $1 to 220 is pretty safe. It's a safe 210. Yeah, 210. At the most, I'd say 220, 230. But you're looking at, just to be realistic, $1 to 210, 220. So make that $1 to 220, and I am stamping this seal of approval. Is an Apex investor approved trade. Put the sound effect for a stamp right there. But that is a I need to get a sound effect kind of thing. Let me look one up right now. Okay, so once again, I put my stamp of approval on this trade B Square. Entry point $1 to 220. Here's my stamp of approval. There you go. Just that stamp sound, not the one after that. So going to move on to the next one, Clover. They are down 5%. Just to review the entry point here, we can clearly see support has been shown just in the last 5 days. $8 looks like pretty good support. Even today, you could see that bounce right off the 796. When it went down to 795, it bounced right up. So that is support, 795 or around $8. I was saying before previously that the support for Clover was looking like 7 to 8. Actually, I think I said lower than that, didn't I? 750. So it seems to be clear. $7 to $8 is the support, and I'm going to approve this one too. So here we go. Stamp, please. There you go. So I approve that trade as well for Clover. $7 to $8 your entry point there, and volume is about half the average. Atos, aka Atosa Therapeutics, they're down 11%. So they've been on a downward trend. Support for this, it's looking like anywhere between $1 to 150. but just to be safe, I'd say 2 if you want a realistic entry point. So $1 to $2. Again, I'm going to approve this one as well. Atos is a great stock. So here's my stamp of approval. There you go. Atos approved trade there. Entry point, again, $1 to $2. That's a pretty safe entry point. Actually, 150 is even safer, but realistically, $2, you'll get that at a really, really good price. And you could sell that at around six to $8. So that's a really good setup if you can execute that buy entry point and then sell it at that price. AMC is up 7.69% today. It saw a lot of movement, a lot of volume, 189 million, so above the average, which is really good news for AMC apes. The day's range was $32 to 37, and what else can I say about this? But is this support $33? Some people, I was being asked yesterday, where do I see this bouncing up? Well, it seemed to have bounced up today slightly. I don't know if this is I wouldn't say this is big, huge support. Right here, that's a huge bounce from 42. I mean, that is clearly some kind of support, but that was short-term support. It's hard to say where that's going to be, but looking at the bottom here, you're looking at and right here, where the volume really spikes, 6 to 20, $6 to $20. So if you average that down, that's between 10 to $16 is your more realistic entry point. But 10 to 20 is a pretty big range, but I'll leave it at that. I should say not 10, 5 to 20 for AMC. So I'm going to close that now. Moving along here, GME, GameStop, volume was slightly below average, and it ranged 158 to 171. Again, it's hard to, I can't tell you this is support because on an hourly basis, that's not how you determine support. Even 5 days. From a month, you can sort of see that, but again, I'm going to stick with my guns here and say, 40 to 60 is really your true support for the stock. 40 to 60. I'm going to stick with that because that's what I've seen throughout tracking this, 40 to 60. But if you're really desperate to enter the GME sweepstakes, then $100 might be a more realistic entry point for you, and then you can flip that at 280 and above. So that's all for that. Going to FinViz now. Just gonna tell you who the big losers or the big loser was and the big winner. So the big loser for today, believe they fell around 30%, if I'm not mistaken. I did look at this in advance. Yeah, so it is IMV. I believe that's a biotech company, American possibly, or Canadian. So they're Canadian, yeah, and they are down 30, just over 30% today. They were around just above the $2 price. The big winner today is REAX or REAX, which is also Canadian. It's a real estate service. They're up 298% from all the way down. I see they're just above $2, and they closed at $8.34. I don't know what happened there, but they made a killing. Okay, let's take a look at REAX just to look at the technical analysis side of things and see, is this a potential buy? Should we be interested? What's going on here with this stock that it shot up practically 300%? Okay, so taking a closer look at this chart on a macro level, just last year, this was at below 50 cents. This is a penny stock. It surged up to 179, then fell right back down to below $1, surged up again at 255. So it looks like support for this is really around, I'm going to say 76 cents. Yeah, around just under $1, but 76 to be precise. 76 is your entry point if you want to buy into this. Um, yeah, that's where most people bought in there. So you're going to get a lot of people coming out once the if this stock goes down to 76 cents, you might see a lot of selling off or a lot of people buying in. But yeah, this is a big chase at the price it is now. It just shot up just astronomically there. So that's all for the trending stocks for the day, July the 15th, Wednesday. And George Palikara, CEO of Metamaterials, did release a tweet today. I believe it's to do with the press conference or the presentation that took place. So he mentioned something here. What does he say? I'm going to pause. I don't want to waste your time. So he tweets here, thank you. I was informed by the organizers, Virtual Investor, first of its kind event, Access to Giving, that Metamaterials had over 1,000 people dial in today with over 200 questions. All proceeds, financial literacy education at As You Sow. So that's some good things about the charities being mentioned there. And I believe this is a promoted tweet, so I'm not going to read that. So that's all for George's tweet for the day. So it seemed to have gone well. I'm going to just click here and see what people are saying. He has a lot of shills, and people attack him on his Twitter. I believe they are hedge funds and short sellers. Yeah, you can see it's just very negative here. All right, so I'm going to go to Wall Street Bets now and look at the top posts. So here we go. Let's scroll through this together. GME got a mention. GME again. Someone said sub 180. Time to, buy. I guess, but no, that's not the price you want to enter in at. Again, I believe it is closer to the true support. Again, actually 40 to 60 true support, but maybe more realistic level is 60 to 90. At the highest, I'm going to say 120, 140. If that's the third tier. So Apex Investor tier, you're looking at 40 to 60, 40 to 50. I'm going to say 40 to 60 as the Apex Investor tier. For the more, I guess, less Apex Investor tier, I guess you're less patient Apex Investor. I wouldn't even say you're an Apex Investor. You're more of a, just average investor. Say 60 to 90. And then you're, someone who's desperate to get it, but it's not that it's a bad price, but you're showing more desperation. Is 90 to 120. Okay. 180, no, that's not support. Or 190, yeah, to 120, 120 to 140. So even 90 to 140 it's quite a range, I know, but that's just telling you the truth. I have the most retarded portfolio. Okay, Wish is mentioned, Clover again. Good mentions there. Okay, just memes being posted. When do I start making money? That's the neat part. You don't. Oh man, that's great. GME and AMC now. Um, okay, looks like not too much going on here. Wish again. Wish again. Corsair. Uh, okay, looks like we're repeating what happened yesterday. So I'm going to close this now. And this guy's down 62%. Okay. Not very encouraging for, for this movement. But metamaterials. Okay. Let's look at that. And I might watch this new video that was just posted. I'm debating whether to do it live stream or do this on the recording. Um, I might do it in the live stream instead. Um, I don't know. I'm still debating regarding that because I do like to get feedback and to reply to people's comments. So anyhow, um, let's see what they have here. I'm going to scan through it. Okay, so we've got 10 tabs loading from Meta Materials. This first one saying absolutely insane. That meeting just gave me so much more confidence for this company in the future. I'm officially sold on Meta Materials and their application. George even gave little hints at upcoming partnerships, and Rice explained the plan for inorganic growth to increase the market cap. So extremely excited to see where this company goes in the future, and I'm baffled to see how many people don't notice uh, this gold mine of a stock. It's a good point. Yeah, I feel like I'm one of the few that identified this in the beginning. I mean, Trey brought it up to my attention, and then I mean, you had people like Alpha Stock Strategies that also were early to the game on this. It says because people want this to the moon, and the next second, this is why they didn't notice because they're impatient. Yeah, good point. I'll be adding more when I can. Uh, this is a long-term hold. Yeah, definitely. I initially was backing on getting out when Torchlight popped to 1150, but I decided to stay, as did I. I can make short-term money elsewhere in the market. There's always another opportunity. Good point. Yeah. So I'm going to end that tab there. Next tab, let's let that load, and I won't let you wait for it. So this post is a two-parter. It says Meta Materials is primed for a short squeeze, question mark. LFG. I don't know what that stands for. Torch the shorts. Okay, I think it's let's something go for it to go. Or text shows the same. So I'm going to I already opened it into a new tab. So this is the image. It says here, metamaterial is extremely oversold and shorted. According to FinViz, metamaterial is 43 percentage short, 43% short, and is one of the top stocks for a short squeeze. In the last week, Meta is down 70%. That includes the shorts. The CEO stated there is upcoming partnerships with the company. Meta and Torchlight provided a preferred share, which forces the T plus 21 rule to shorts and naked shorts, forcing them to cover 21 days after the settlement date. That's coming up. So once that happens, you're going to see a big reaction. Today, metamaterial, formerly known as Torchlight, bounced off the 200-day simple moving average. So that's great to know. I appreciate that. When was this posted? What day is this? 394. Okay, that might be either today or yesterday. It's hard to say. And then the second image, it's right here. And I'll look at the top comment. I love this info. I'm not sure about the T21 date, but hope there is some truth to it. I know a squeeze can take months, as we saw in AMC. I think the most important thing right now is positive price movement. I don't expect it to moon at the 220 T21 date, but I'd be very happy with the price just climbing steadily or gradually. I'd love a pop, but I'm trying to have realistic expectations without getting my hopes up. Uh, yeah, I agree with that. It's better to rise steadily. And as I've been forecasting, oh, hold on. It says here alpha trading signals, short squeeze buy available in 15 days. Wow. Short squeeze type 3 buy available in 11 days. So there's a lot going on here. So we're going to see a lot of movement potentially in the next month or 2 months. So as he said, he prefers a steady rise, and that's a good point because I've been forecasting how this stock, Metamaterials, we're going to see a dramatically different price and sentiment uh, regarding the stock once we get to the month of December. Actually, not even December, but January 2022. By the time all the assets from Torchlight have been sold off, and then they will have time to then distribute or give out the dividend to shareholders of preferred shares A. That's going to take them a little while. I'm giving them a 3-month grace period, just That's just my little estimation there. So I'm thinking by April 1st, 2022, we're going to see a dramatic shift. And if this stock is below $4 at that point, I will shut down this channel. I'm going to delete it altogether. It won't exist anymore. Anybody else get angry when they refer to Meta as a meme stock? It never was. Yeah, never was. But you know what? It's not a bad thing to be a meme stock, but it's not a good thing. So it's good in the fact that when it gets attention on Wall Street bets, you have a lot of volume coming in, and people, some will do the research, and some will just jump on and look at the charts. And there's nothing wrong with that, but do your research. And a lot of people are not doing their research, so that's to their own destruction because they might just buy the stock at $4 or less, and then they'll sell it maybe just slightly higher, but not really getting the full picture that this stock is really worth, easily above $20, and going into the future, looking at potentially 40, 50, and even triple digits into $100 plus. So it says here, sounds bullish to me. Multi-billion-dollar company partners sounds like tendies to me. Patience is key. Can't dwell where the stock price is today. Great things coming soon. Plan sounds solid to me. What do you all think? I think multi-billion-dollar company partnerships is that's going to change the stock big time. So we'll see if that happens or when it happens. Uh, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Metamaterial is the future that is here now. So it says here, enabling the 21st century age of invisible materials. So he's talking about nanoweb, which is the best alternative to iridium tin oxide. Reduces waste, mining wastes, saves in raw materials used, reduction in the air pollution, water pollution, uh, reduces energy consumption 7,000%, 40% savings in the amount of water used. So it does seem to be a very environmentally friendly technology. So he says here, it's a long post, but basically he's saying, what is he saying here? There's a lot of applications here. Blew him away. Um, it's so broad, the application for metamaterials, and expansive, we literally cannot envision the potential. It will be decades before we unlock the true potential. I was already all in on metamaterials, and this is just one more reason to keep this for the rest of my career. Traders have come and gone without ever seeing an opportunity come up like this. And for those Jim Cramer haters out there, this sort of company is exactly what he sees as a golden investment opportunity. It's disruptive, it has first advantage, it's cheap, it's green, the fundamentals are good, they're not in debt, and has far reaching applications, and it's on sale right now. Great points. And you know what? Jim Cramer, no comment. I mean, I think he's a paid show, but anyway. So that I did comment. I said no comment, then I commented. What are metamaterials? They control and demand. Okay, so there's a lot here. There's a lot going on there. I'm not going to read that, but that's quite a lot there. Metamaterials short interest is at 70%. Really? Fintel, short interest, metamaterials short squeeze, short sale volume, borrow rates, fails to deliver. Short volume ratio, 23.25%. Short interest is 19.8 million shares. Short interest ratio, 0.6 days to cover. And the short interest float is 69.95%. So that might be the title of this video, is 70% short interest. Holy, this is prime for a squeeze. Wow. I'm questioning Fintel. Why isn't it appearing on their rankings? Doesn't make sense. That's a good point. Okay, so it could be 70%. Maybe I'll just say 69% short interest, prime for a squeeze. That might be the title of this video. Inorganic growth. This was something, a term that was used in today's conference. At the end of the presentation, Ken mentioned they are planning for inorganic growth. as part of what will grow their market cap, and they will mention more about that in the future. He looked up what this means, and that seems big potentially for the share price. Um, Inorganic growth arises from mergers or takeovers rather than an increase in the company's own business activity. Firms that choose to grow inorganically can gain access to new markets through successful mergers and acquisitions, such as what they did with Torchlight. And they've been acquiring other companies even before that. Inorganic growth is considered a faster way for a company to grow compared to organic growth. And we've seen companies like Google do this as well, picking up smaller subsidiaries. So I think I don't have to read that anymore. Did you miss the call today? Check out our company's current partners, plan to minimize competition through partnerships, top left, and the general plan for growth, top right. So that is a lot. I'm going to open that in a new tab. But some of their partners, Mazda, Airbus, Samsung, Sony, Lockheed Martin, Panasonic. Wow, Boeing. Oh, I didn't even know they partnered with Boeing already. Okay, well, I guess that is done. And it looks like the government of Canada over there. Not to mention the multi-billion-dollar companies who they are currently working on projects with, perhaps Tesla. So, I mean, that hasn't been made public yet, but that is certainly a strong possibility. Okay, I'm going to look at this. Oh, it's not zooming in. Okay, never mind. S3 update on short interest. Short interest is 70 million, 16.49. So over 16 million shares are shorted, which is about 15% short interest of the float, about 13% S3 short interest on the float, 18.83% fee shorts, SH shares shorted down, negative 604,000, which are worth $3 million, negative 3% over the last week. Shorts are up $100 million in mark to market profits. Shorts made a killing on us, hoping their day of reckoning will come soon. All we can do is hold for now. Shows how greedy they can be. And that's what they do. They've done this with AMC. They've done this with GME. And they've done this with other companies, including Clover. And so it's not going to stop until the stock market ceases to exist or someone cracks down on them really hard. But as this commenter says, uh, once the PR is released and new contract announcements start rolling in, such as a deal with Tesla, uh, these are catalysts which the whales will not only see that this is the beginning of a great long-term investment. They're going to smell the bear blood in the water. That's why George Palikara said, he'll have the answers the shorts deserve in all good time. So that's a good answer. Growing the market cap. Okay, and organically. Okay, so I think that's all for today. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch this video live. I might just do a separate video. I feel like this is long enough. So thank you very much for your time. This is Apex Investor, the channel, and God bless you and God bless your investments. And I'll do another video. Um, maybe I'll watch this on a live stream, or maybe I'll just watch it on a separate video.